The Trump administration is proposing a concrete mechanism to return the global critical minerals market to a healthier, more competitive state.
U.S. Vice President JD Vance on Wednesday unveiled plans for a preferential trade bloc with allies aimed at boosting access to critical minerals in a bid to loosen China's grip on the market.
We will establish reference prices for critical minerals at each stage of production, pricing that reflects real-world fair market value. And for members of the preferential zone, these reference prices will operate as a floor, maintained through adjustable tariffs to uphold pricing integrity. We want to eliminate that problem of people flooding into our markets with cheap critical minerals to undercut our domestic manufacturers.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio said 55 countries attended the talks in Washington. Among them were South Korea, India, Thailand, Japan, Germany, Australia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, all with varying refining or mining capabilities.
And I think there's a growing global recognition that we need to have supply chains for critical minerals that are reliable and diverse across the world. Some countries have a number of critical minerals that they have available to them in terms of mining, but just haven't been able to do it because a foreign competitor will come in, they'll gut the price, they'll undercut it through state subsidies and unfair practices, and so it becomes economically unviable to be able to explore for critical minerals.
The plan comes as the U.S. escalates its efforts to loosen China's chokehold on the processing of materials that are crucial to advanced manufacturing. As part of that effort, Trump on Monday launched a U.S. strategic stockpile of critical minerals called Project Vault.
Just as we have long had a strategic petroleum reserve and a stockpile of critical minerals for national defense, we're now creating this reserve for American industry, so we don't have any problems.
The Trump administration stepped up efforts after China withheld rare earths required by American automakers and other industrial manufacturers last year, rattling senior officials and global markets. China's embassy in Washington told Reuters that China, quote, has long played an important and constructive role in keeping the global industrial and supply chains of critical minerals safe and stable, and pledged to continue its efforts. Washington hopes that by guaranteeing minimum prices through coordinated trade rules, it will unlock private investment in mining and processing projects that have struggled to compete with cheaper Chinese supply. That approach could reshape global supply chains for materials essential to electric vehicles, semiconductors, and defense systems, while raising costs for manufacturers in the short term and escalating trade tensions with China. Shares of mineral companies fell on Wednesday after news of the trade bloc.